Hey guys, and welcome to Petrol Ped, and welcome to this week's Midweek 180. And you join me in the BMW M3 competition touring. And I am beginning to see what Joe meant now about these amazing seats. They are incredible to look at, carbon backed, some of the best looking seats on the market, I think, but they do get a bit of getting used to and getting into, but once you're in them, they are super comfortable. Anyway, I thought I would film this week's Midweek 180 in this car because I've got it as a press car this week and I am absolutely loving spending time in it. There is a video coming very soon. The weather's actually quite nice today. No rain. Absolutely chucked it down yesterday. And unusually for me, it is actually Wednesday as well today. But there is a video coming to the channel soon on this car, but this isn't that. So if you've not seen one of these before, this is my midweek update where I bring you my news, views and information about upcoming reviews, all filmed in one take. I'm going to put 180 seconds in the bottom right hand corner of your screen, and that's it, a very simple format. So without further ado, let's get cracking with this week's Midweek 180. I shall start my timer. Okay, last week's leader of the pack was Francois G. Well done, mate. Joined in the Magnificent Seven by Michael Kember, Paul Mead, Stephen Spink, Leanne Jackson, Gary Matthews, and Kevin DG7. So whoever puts the first comment this week, you'll be my leader of the pack next week, and the first 7 comments will be in my Magnificent Seven. Where are you and what you're doing? Well, that was Owen MacDonald, who was having a bit of downtime in Tenerife, and it was 30 degrees. Mate, very, very jealous. We do have some holidays booked and we can't wait for them. We're counting down the days, but wherever you are right now and whatever you're doing, put it in the comments below and I'll give you a shout out next week. Last week's question was, if you had 30 grand to spend on a car, what would it be? Some brilliant suggestions. My two favourites, because they're two of my favourite cars for that price bracket, Puma ST and a Hyundai i20M. Don't think you can go wrong with either of those. But a few of you did say 30 grand, that's a lot of money. So this week's question, now I'm just going to give you 10 grand. 10 grand to spend on a car. Head over to Auto Trader and find out some bargains. Formula One is off to Vegas this weekend, baby, and I cannot wait. I think it's going to be really, really interesting. Apparently there's going to be loads of challenges with the tarmac and the tyres and the temperatures, but that should all make it an interesting race, hopefully. Now, bit of a Ferrari theme this week. Couple of things on Ferrari. Firstly, I don't know if you saw this. So this Ferrari, it's a 330 LM 250 GTO from 1962. It's sold at auction this week for $47 million plus fees. That makes it a grand total of $51.7 million. And that is the highest auction price for a Ferrari ever. It's not the highest selling Ferrari. Apparently a private sale of a 250 GTO took place in 2018 for $78 million. And it's not the highest auction price for a car either. That was in 2022 for a Mercedes 300 SLR. It went for $143 million. The world has gone crazy, people. And then the other Ferrari thing, there's lots of stuff this week coming out about the Ferrari SF90XX, the latest in their XX program. And I find these cars fascinating. I was very privileged a few years ago to go up the Goodwood Hill in a 599XX, which just blew my mind. And very recently, I was in Italy driving the SF90 Stradale. So this kind of car was a fusion of those two things. It caught my eye. It is the first road legal XX car, but it's only about 10 kilos lighter than the lightest SF90 and only about 30 horsepower more, but it's very, very aero focused, track focused. There's something like 530 kilos of downforce at 155 miles an hour, which is twice the standard SF90. But when I drove SF90 the other week, the one thing I didn't think about was going, yeah, maybe this car should be a bit quicker, because it was terrifying. But there is a video on that coming to the channel very, very soon as well. And then finally, this Friday at 6, I've got another Z Cars Mini for you, a completely bonkers rear-wheel drive Mini. Oh, I didn't think me bipper was going to go off then. So yeah, this is a video I filmed nearly a month ago now. I've been waiting to share it with you. So a couple of my most viewed videos on the channel are crazy engine swap cars from Z Cars. The little Fiat 500 with a Hayabusa bike engine in it now has done well over 2 million views. And then the little classic Mini with a Civic Type R engine in it, that's like over 1.3 million views, I think. So I went up to Z-Cars to see where they're made, because actually Z-Cars have got a really exciting new project called Diminutive, which is basically their it's like a resto mod program where they build the cars from scratch, brand new cage, brand new body shell. They've got a whole range of different engines they'll drop in them, so we kind of look at those. But the highlight of the day is getting to drive Dave, the owner of Z-Cars' own car, which is a classic Mini with a Audi S3 engine in the back that has a hybrid turbo and is currently running around about 450 horsepower. They actually couldn't get the right number on the last rolling road because the car was spinning its wheels up, but they think it's probably nearly 500 horsepower with a DSG gearbox. It's an exceptionally cool car, terrifying thing to drive, but I think you'll enjoy that one. And then on Monday, keeping the Mini theme going, loads of you have reached out recently and said, what's happened to Project PP, to the little Mini convertible that I'm doing for Podium Place with my mate Darren at Mulgari? Well, it's still underway. We've just had a few delays because of some issues that were unforeseen. We'll explain more in the video, but on Monday, we'll have a look at where that car is. It's getting close now, and we're hoping to get things done and dusted by the end of the year, but fingers crossed on that one. We didn't want it to turn into a Project Binky. But yes, so there we go. They're the two videos. I'm overrunning on time. I've got plenty of filming to do, but if you enjoyed that one, please give me a thumbs up. Comments below are always welcome. And if you haven't done so already, please subscribe to Petrol Ped for plenty more content to come, and I will see you on the next video, which is this Friday at 6 o'clock for a 450 horsepower, rear engine, rear wheel drive, classic Mini with a DSG gearbox. I mean, come on. Absolute madness.